Good evening, Crisplifers. Welcome to your 5 a day. Now this evening I've got a real oddity for you. Quite a rarity. I've never seen these before. There's a lot of really strange things about this, and I'll take you through some of those before diving in and having a taste. So these are Smith's Funyons brand onion rings. So immediately there's a few things to say here. Smith's used to be a very big brand here in the UK, and 30 years ago I would probably say it was the number one brand of crisps in the UK. But I believe Walker's came in and just took over the crisp market, leaving Smith's crisps with their famous jingle, "We wanna be Smith's crisps," fuming no doubt. But they seem to be back with a vengeance with this Funyons brand, which I assume is a fun take on the word onion. Okay, interesting start there. Now, a few things to notice here. Firstly, this is a 125 gram bag. That's quite unusual. Most large bags of crisps come in at 100 grams or 150 grams. So 125 grams, quite an unusual weight there. The other slight oddity is that there's no artificial colours or preservatives in here, which is just slightly odd because, you know, the word Funyons seems to suggest it's aimed at children, and children are not usually willing to pay a premium for no artificial colours or preservative. So that's a little bit strange. The other thing that I noticed on the bag is that, and I didn't know this, but it would appear that Walker's actually own Smith's crisps. So for those of you that thought that Smith's were going to have a comeback, well, it's a bit of a moot point because they're owned by Walker's. So enough about the oddities of these. Let's dive right in and see what they taste like. There's not much air in here. It's quite a big bag and it's tightly packed with onion. With the Funyons. Let's have a look. Well, there they are. Let's just dive in there and have a look. There are the Funyons, and let's have a taste. Looks like Tigger there's interested, but looking on a bit coyly. Okay, interesting. Okay, well, my first thoughts are that they're not particularly crunchy. So as a formed corn snack, you don't get that natural crunch or crisp that you get from a potato snack. And the crunch on this is a little bit disappointing. So that's my first impression. The second thing that hits me is that from a taste point of view, you know, corn snacks have to go quite a long way to get a decent taste. Obviously, something like Doritos manages to make corn taste quite okay, but this really isn't. So again, that's really not satisfactory. So I think so far, you know, we're scoring kind of a 1 for crunch and a 1 for quality of ingredient here. In terms of flavour, well, this is this natural onion flavour, and it's okay, but it's quite a light flavour. You know, as I get onto my third crisp, I can barely taste it anymore, to be honest. So that's really quite disappointing. That's going to be a score of a 1 out of 5 as well. In terms of munchability, could I get my way and make my way through 125 grams of these? No, almost certainly not. They're not particularly pleasant on the tongue. There's really not a lot going for these. I don't think I'm going to make it through the pack. I wouldn't be surprised if I end up binning this one or seeing if I can simply feed it to Tigger and his family, because these are barely fit for human consumption, to be honest. In terms of value and the price point, for 125 grams, this bag cost £1, and that was in the discount section. I don't know what the RRP is, but I picked these up for £1 in Lidl. And my thoughts are that you can get lots of other crisps for £1, which are much better tasting and therefore much better value. I would ignore these with a barge pole. I wouldn't go anywhere near them. These are the most horrendous packet of crisps that I have eaten so far this year. I'm really sorry, Smiths. I love you and I love what you were, but if this is what you are now, please just go back. Oh, and in my excitement, I forgot to give you guys an overall score for these. Well, I'm really sorry, but these are a big fat O for onions from me. That's right. I think I'm going to give these the first ever 0 score that I've ever given on Crisplife. Very sad day.